time to go back to Orilium for the spring semester, and Kaplunskyi is still going to be going for a scribe, which this will be our second full year. So I think we're a novice now because we completed the first year. Must check the paperwork. Sunshine has decided to join us, at least for a little bit. We'll see how long she stays. If this is your first time here, you see me dressed up funny, I'm Morgan, and this is going to be for the magical readathon that is at Orilium Academy, hosted by Book Roast. Her original Start Here video is down below, as well as this spring semester video. What this is, it's like a D&D style kind of adventure academy, but where you create your own character and you are going for your own career calling, which I of course picked a scribe because that just sounds really, really cool. I have attempted the messy bun to look like, you know, I don't think it worked right though. I don't really know how to pull off a messy bun. But moving on, I'm Morgan, if I did not say that before, and I'm very excited to pick the books that we need for our classes in spring semester. There's a total of 5 classes that we have to do, one of which though doesn't exactly require a book. If you have already seen her video, then you understand that lore says it's interrupted and we just have to read something about the legend of Dia. Our first one was almost easy. That's going to be Elemental Studies, and it needs a source of light on the cover. And see, I really, really wanted to get to this one to finish off this duology. I had to look at all of the alternative covers and ask the guild in Discord, and they agreed that they're either stars or twinkly fairy lights, and that counts as a source of light. This Cursed Light by Emily Thede is the second in the last Fenestra duology, in which there is one girl chosen a generation, I want to say, to be able to hold back the demon waves that come wash over these island villages. Islands. And each island apparently does have a Fenestra, but they don't have much communication between the islands, I think. However, our main character is kind of maybe incredibly strong, or her power is it's volatile. She's already killed off 2 of the partners that she is supposed to work with, and now time is running out and she must find someone to help her fight off the horde. Add to it that there is a cult of people upon her island that is saying she is the demon plant that is there just to lead them all to death and destruction. She is not really the last Fenestra. So she has to hire a bodyguard because she's getting death threats as she's trying to go through candidates for this final person. And her and the bodyguard are investigating things and finding things out. And he's trying to help her with her powers, and it's just... And this one is much more nautical themed. And we are going somewhere else to find a missing piece of what's been going wrong within the island. I can't wait. I really, really enjoyed the first one and the things that were happening. So yes, wanted to get to this one. And it's a duology, so it's like, should be easy, right? In Spells and Incantations, we are learning Quick Count. In this, it says to get a random number generator for the title length. It doesn't specify like words or letters. And the one that Google came up with says 10, so... And I can't think of any books with that many words. So I'm going to do it with the amount of words in the title. And I changed it to 1 through 5. So let's see what we get. 3. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one yet. Okay. Yeah, no, we're going to do it because I really needed to fit this one in. And so it could go here, or it could go in the bowl, which I did put in the bowl. That's going to be Kingdoms of Death by Christopher Rocchio. Book 4 in the Sun Eater series, which no, I still have not actually read book 3. I'm very, very behind on that this month. And so yeah, I can't wait to get to this one, and I can't wait to still get to Demon in White either. I'm almost done with Tales of the Sun Eater, so I can start Demon in White, which that one's been fun, and it shows a lot of different perspectives in different points in the Sun Eater universe and timeline. It would have been better, I think, if they'd been timeline in order, but they're not. Not the point though. The Sun Eater series is followed and told by, well, most of it, Lord Hadrian Marlowe, as he's recounting his tale from when he was a boy on his home planet of Delos out to when he became known as the Sun Eater, and all the things that he did to get to there, how he became known as Hadrian the Half-Mortal. Do not bump that. This one, I don't know how much farther in the future it is, but each book is jumping time, and also this is a space opera. This is sci-fi epic fantasy is what I'm going to say. Epic sci fantasy. Epic sci-fi? We'll move on though. I have the review for the first one and the second one. Third one to come soon. Then Inscription, where you're supposed to be practicing typography, which is said to write down 3 titles and put them on paper and put them in a bowl. And we are using our lovely Dwarven bowl for this one. Because we already have the other two bowls. I think I picked the biggest one, didn't I? I didn't really mean to pick the biggest one. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with this one. I keep meaning to get to it. For Inscription then, I will be reading Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is my Owl Crate edition. Never trust, never yield, always guard your heart. Oh my goodness. I also really hope that this is not going to leave marks on my fingers. What do I remember about this? Okay, it has humans and vampires. And the human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Aurea, she's going into a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. She has to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. And of course they'll, you know, have a romance there. He's a vampire. Also, the author has announced the next book in this, what I thought was a duology, is apparently going to continue on in the series. Because she's announced the next one is coming out later in 2024. It has a title and everything that I don't remember right now, but I will find the article I read. Restoration then is to read a book that you think could cure a slump. This one is tricky because I don't have a particular book in mind for that. It's more so that I would change up my genre that I'm trying to read. And so I almost was going to pick the next in the Finley Donovan series. But I've been reading a lot of the mystery thrillers lately, so that's not really changing up the genre. If I'd strictly been sci fantasy lately, then yeah. But I've been having to read a lot of mystery thrillers too. To have a different series, because I also could have done something cozy like The Hobbit or something, but I just read The Hobbit last year. And if I wanted to do Return of the King, no, Fellowship of the Ring, I would end up reading through to Return of the King, and I'm just not sure we have time for that right now. Okay, so I'm going to go to a fiction action adventure series that I haven't picked up in a moment, but I already have the next book, which is King Solomon's Curse by Andy McDermott. This is part of the Nina Wilde Eddie Chase series. She is an archaeologist who works for a type of UN organization to protect natural world history sites around, and she keeps finding these legendary sites. Like in the first one, she found Atlantis. This is number 13 or 14 in the series, and they haven't all been great. Not like the first several were really good, super enjoyed them, but I have liked them. So I would like to continue the series, and it is definitely a different kind than all the other things that I'm picking up. It's an adventure story. It has like archaeology mixed in, a bit of mythology, mythos, not quite mythology. Because in this, of course, it's something about King Solomon from the Bible. The only thing I will say is this series, with all of its books, has gone through 3 different sizings. So all of my series is in different sizes. Because the first few I got from the original size, and then they did that larger paperback size, and now we are at this. It's almost like the floppy paperback kind of style, which I like it. I just wish that they would stop changing. We have 4 books then for our Orilium spring semester. There are also 2 arcs though that come out in April that I still have to read and review. And so I'm behind, and I don't know where I'm going to fit those in or how we're going to stack all of these up and get them done. And then there's supposed to be the Guild buddy read thing. I don't even know what that book is or how we'll be able to do that. Ooh, would I be lucky if it's one of the things I have to do? Yes. Will it be? Probably no. If you are participating in the Magical Readathon, I'd like to know what you're calling and what your books are, or if you're not, I'd still enjoy hearing about what your April TBR is, or if you've read any of these so far. You can find me on Discord to talk about any of these or books in general. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure you do so. We will also be trying to vlog. I say trying because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Every week of the Readathon. That was weird and awkward. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. That way we can talk about books and you can stay caught up on everything. Every Monday we do the new releases video, so you can find new books to add to your TBR. I hope you're having an awesome day and finding something great to read. I'll see y'all in the next one.